Words have incredible power. They have the power to trap us in a reality that's not meant for us. They also have the power to emancipate us and to set us free. Words have even more power when they are delivered from the mouths of authority. I hope that the words in my book, Why Am I Like This, are the kind that heal and begin to free us from generations of trauma and oppression. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to celebrate and support this really important life milestone for me. It's like the little traumatized girl that I once was finally truly believes that a different reality and a different world is possible. Because here I am and here we are. I'd like to pay special thanks to our beautiful host, Denise, for welcoming us into her beautiful home, and also being, and also being a very beautiful source of support and love for me in recent times. Her and a few other very beautiful women in my life, some of you are here, some are not, have really shown me what unconditional and consistent love and support look like. It's something that I was sorely lacking in my life. The presence or absence of love and support is the biggest indicator as to whether our difficult experiences will be metabolized and integrated, or whether they will go on to become unresolved trauma and decontextualize inside us and into the world around us. If we grow up without 3 key ingredients, we experience an existential shift. They are 1, safety, 2, belonging, and 3, authentic expression. Most of us that grew up in dysfunctional families, through experiences of violence or neglect or in oppressive cultures, did not have access to either 1, 2, or 3 of these things. This is what is trauma. A huge part of healing is repatterning our experience of love and connection and beginning to bring down all of the barriers and defenses that at one time protected us but end up becoming the block to what we really need to heal, which is each other. I also want to thank my extended team and everybody that I work with, and in particular my 2 key team members, Viv, who's here tonight supporting, yes, and also Marianne, who's worked with me since the very beginning but is based in Australia right now. I wouldn't be here without you and Marianne, and this book would not exist either, so thank you. I also want to thank my 2 beautiful children who were here earlier. Some of you may have seen them, but they have gone off to eat pizza and play with their friends, as children should. They are the initial inspiration for me to heal and to change my life, for myself and for them as well. And they continue to inspire me every day to learn how to love and to be loved, and to continue to be the healthiest and happiest version of myself, to be an example, to be embodied. When we do our healing work and heal our trauma, we light up the world around us. We become the social impact that the world needs. The truth is, we're living in a really traumatized world. And our trauma is speaking to us all of the time. But most of us don't understand its language or how to listen. We're very good at labeling it and accepting it as part of our personality, our family, or cultural traits. Acceptance is a really dangerous thing. My trauma was trying to speak to me for 3 decades. But I didn't understand what was going on. Why am I like this? What's wrong with me? These were the questions I asked myself over and over again, and they are the same questions that many of us ask ourselves today, and the title of the book. I was really trying to heal, but until I could really understand the language of trauma, I wasn't able to. It started to speak louder and louder and louder until I couldn't ignore it anymore, until it took me to near death. In order to heal, I had to learn how to listen to the whispers of my body and the calls of my spirit, and not only to listen, but to decode them and to respond to them. In essence, that's all healing is: responsiveness, empathy with more data points. To learn more about my personal story, you'll have to read my book. There are millions of people living with trauma today. My trauma story is not unique, but my journey to heal and to go on and work in the field is unique. Slowly but surely, I managed to create a life for myself full of peace and power, where I can show up in ways that are sustainable, collaborative, and authentic, where I can be me, and where I can relate in ways that heal rather than harm. To me, this is what healing is all about. I believe that the task of our generation is to do this healing work. So our children are not going to need to end up in a therapy room trying to figure out who their authentic self is, how to set boundaries and stop people pleasing. I also believe that it's our babies, our grandchildren, that are really going to go on to transform this world into a place that we probably can't even yet fathom. But it all starts here with our own healing work. Heal your trauma, change the world. When I was struggling with everything in my life, but really wanting to heal, I had no map to get there. So it's a bit like I was feeling around in the dark, searching for rudimentary tools to build a makeshift ladder and climb out from black hole after black hole. Sometimes I'd think, oh, I'm okay now, and then all of a sudden I'd been knocked down another messy rabbit hole and end up in some alternate hell. But over time I figured it out. I healed. I hope that this book, the stories, the concepts, the self-inquiry questions and the meditations provide a map for those who are really wanting to heal and create an experience that is so much more swift and graceful. In the end, that's what we're here to do, to heal. Thank you so much for coming to support me on this really special night. If you have not already bought a book, and so many of you have, thank you, and you would like to, please see Viv. She'll be able to help you. You can buy 1, 10, 100, as many as you want. And if you would like to support my work to grow, please do share the information through your social networks. Thank you everybody for being here.